I'm going to bring up to the stage a gentleman that has capitalized on his fantastic gift with words and on his handwriting and everything that he does. My main man, Mr. Renda Writer, is going to come up here and share a little bit with you about words. Woo!
Give it up for Erica, for Teddy, for our Blue Roses. So that's the first thing I gotta say. All right. I feel like a comedian. All right, let me switch the vibe. I'm a poet. My name is Renda Writer. I write a lot. These are my words. We'll talk more about that later. But I want to start with some poetry and get right into it. Like Ramus was saying, it's all about intention. That's the theme tonight, intention. And that's very me. That's what I'm all about. When he told me that was the theme, I was like, all right, that's my theme anyway. So, to manifest, you all know what that means, right? To make real, to turn something tangible, make it happen, manifest. So, I'm like a manifesting fiend, everything I do. And I like to feel free. It's one of my slogans. It's on my art, which you'll see in the back. So on that note, I'm gonna start like this. I manifested everything that I ever needed and a few things that I didn't. And if you think that I'm kidding, well then you need to listen to the point, because the point is the point where you need it. The point is to see it. Man, I've been tested by every lesson that I ever needed, and you can bet that I heeded the message I was receiving, and so I put it into practice, and now I practice what I'm preaching. Man, I've invested so much time, money, and energy into manifesting every piece of passion that ever entered me. I just happened to call it poetry. Somewhat of a celebrity locally, but honestly I reach a plateau and now I just want to go and see what else is out there. I just want to go everywhere and stay there. I just want to do everything and do it now. See, the crown I wear is invisible like the invisible mic in front of my face at all times. I'll manifest it all through the mind. I'll manifest it all in due time. And I feel free to feel free. You feel me? You see, I feel that way a lot. I feel like I've gotten a lot out of jotting my thoughts down over the years. See, some of my friends and peers might lend their ears and then raise their beers and then say cheers to me because of the way that I fearlessly feel free to feel free. Alright, just loosening up, you know, verbally, physically, etc. So my name is Renda Writer. That's also the first line of this poem. My name is Renda Writer. And this one happens out here, without this. My name is Renda Writer, and most of my stuff is written during times of transition. It's only when I find the time to listen to the thoughts in my mind, and they all seem to rhyme, making it kind of easy to put them all down in the form of a line, in the form of a rhyme, in the form of a poem for you. You see, this is just me being me through my poetry, hopefully helping you a little bit with you being you, so you do you, and whatever you do, just do it well. And what the hell, if you got some doubt, then run and pull my CD out and pop it in and lock it in and start listening to what I'm talking about. Because yeah, I got doubt too. I've been through some stuff. Time's been rough. I've been stuck. Been through a whole bunch of stuff. Probably some of the same stuff as you. But I'm just trying to have some fun and be a success, but the stress is more than I bargained for. But nevertheless, they say that less is more. So what the heck am I stressing for? See, different voices in my head, but the consensus is that all of my sentences must mess. Shh. Oh yes, when I feel the worst is when I write the best. See, I write the best when I feel the worst, because all these feelings that hurt, they got me feeling like a verse is on the tip of my tongue. Now, do you get where I'm coming from? It's like I just go with my feelings and I write. Whatever I'm feeling in life, I'm just going with my feelings even when they feel uneven and I don't feel right. You see, I'm just writing to exercise these uninvited feelings, and this feels raw. This is that raw open wound that just won't heal. This is pretty freaking real. See, I'm sitting on the pavement, feeling out my placement in this place. But how am I supposed to feel about not knowing how to feel? How am I supposed to write about this? How would it sound if I wrote it? Hold it. This might sound like a trick, but I guess that if I wrote it down, then it would sound like this. Man, I guess I'm just a little bit anxious, a little bit confused. I feel a mix of feelings that I can't explain, but I'll try. See, I'm trying to cope with an underlying doubt that's out to crash my hopes. Will I give in? Nope. Because I write and take notes, and I write notes about life and life's ups and downs, and I'm learning from the patterns of both, and I'm coming back around. And I don't know what it is, but I fight to figure it out, and I write to get it out, and it's like a scream and a shout, and I don't even like to believe in doubt, and the vein on my neck is popping out when I get on the mic and I speak about everything in my life, because I don't even like to leave out nothing, because everything in my life is something to write about, and I ain't bluffing or holding back nothing tonight. And so the stuff that I write, it comes out, it comes up right, and every punchline is punctuated right. And I don't even care if everything that I'm saying tonight rhymes with blazing the mic, because that's exactly what I'm doing tonight, all right? All right. I just found this bottle of water on a table.
It was mine. I keep eating them up there, and I don't want to walk in front of you, so I'm like, getting the water.
It's manifest.
Hey, by the way, since we're doing giveaway, there's a bar back there. You guys can get drinks. We got Henny, wine, whiskey. Also got a little green food truck in the front. You ready, Renda? Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm ready. That's why I'm up here. All right. So yes, so that was some intro stuff, but more on the topic of intention. Like I was saying, when I found out that's the theme, I'm like, cool, that's what basically all my stuff is about, really. So I'm really into sayings, proverbs, adages, etc. I think there's a lot of wisdom in them. And there's an Indian proverb that says, all of the flowers of all of the tomorrows are in the seeds of today. So, kind of comes down to like you reap what you sow. It's the power of intention. It's what you think, what you talk, what you bees about, you will be. All right, so I wrote this poem based on that Indian proverb. Planting seeds. All the flowers of all tomorrows are in the seeds of today. So this is called Planting Seeds. Has a little bit of a chorus. So the chorus part is like this. Who's a poet? Anyone who wants to be. Who's a poet? Anyone who wants to be. Who's a poet? Me. And that's all I ever want to be. All I want to do is plant some seeds. See, I'm the transformer transforming inspiration into little pieces of poetry. Nobody even noticed me transforming a brainstorm into the form of a piece. I was forced to release my thoughts to a piece of paper. My modus operandus is totally outlandish. When it comes to the business of passion, my passion is business. Who's a poet? Anyone who wants to be. Who's a poet? Anyone who wants to be. Who's a poet? Me. And that's all I ever want to be. All I want to do is plant some seeds. Should I shake myself loose from the habits that inhabit my head? Should I do something else instead? Should I lie in bed or rise from bed or fly instead or search inside my head for something else that rhymes with head? Inside of a silent mind is where I cried and shed, implied tears from 5 years, recognizing my biggest fear, the only thing I dread. No rhyming words left. Sounds absurd. Yes, it's better to kiss a miss than to miss a kiss. My skeleton is a coat rack for my flesh. Why do people have pets? Who's a poet? Anyone who wants to be. Who's a poet? Anyone who wants to be. Who's a poet? Me. And that's all I ever want to be. All I want to do is plant some seeds. Nerve damage makes a person out of touch with their sense of touch. My insomniac soul sleeps in the soles of my feet and makes me sleepwalk to a beat. Where are you gonna go? Go with the flow. Flow with the go. Just go wherever the wind blows. Everything is inspiration. Everything. I'm running with untied shoes to an open field inside of an open mind, hoping to find closure. I'm losing my mind, but gaining composure. It's that old day after day repetition. Like I sold my soul to this condition. But absolutely no way that I could hold this in, and so I broke tradition and I coasted toward a vision that I envisioned years ago. My experience showed. I wrote while I wrote and I broke the whole mold. Good things started to unfold. Good thing I found some good people. That's why I founded Good People's See, nobody in the world thinks like me. I drink white tea. I wear white tees. I don't do Tai Chi, but I drink chai tea. I'm just trying to get my piece of the PIE. All before the day that I DIE. I'll split a word open just to see what it's made of. I'm the wicked synonym that the antonyms are afraid of. Who's a poet? Anyone who wants to be. Who's a poet? Anyone who wants to be. Who's a poet? Me. And that's all I ever want to be. All I want to do is plant some seeds. So I got a lot to say, man. Let me hurry up and say it all. So we planted the seeds, right? I was planting seeds. After you plant the seeds, what do? You water. Yeah, well, a lot of particular things, but in general, you watch that shit grow, right? So I wrote a poem called Watch It Grow. Not watch that shit grow, but watch it grow. Because it's all a metaphor, man. That other poem that I just did, I wrote that when I was like dreaming a lot, plotting and scheming, like, you know, and then I started to see that it works, you know, like following your goals and your plans, you can do it. So then I wrote this, you know, as a part 2, Watch It Grow, because I started to see the growth. Okay, how does it go? Okay, it goes like this. I'm on top of the topsoil, hands and knees, talking to a hole in the ground where my only seed is found. Praying so hard for it to grow that I can almost see it growing. I watch carefully, envision what I want to see before it happens, and then it happens. Now I'm at the edge, seeing flight. I feel all right. I provide with the sunlight with the words that I write, and the rain with the tears, and the growth with the years. See, I welcome the future with a warm gesture, and I let the past fester where it belongs. Put all my success in a song. I do it all day long. Maybe I should pause. See, this is the kind of edge that you stand at, not worried about falling, knowing full well that you're capable of flying, trying and doing. The difference between the two is proving yourself, but just know that you can't do it all yourself. It takes a whole community of willing supporters to support the dreams that you dream of coming true. Rising up out of the dirt, potential energy is pure energy. If you use it, so don't waste it. You want it so bad you can taste it. Man, I move in sync with instinct. I have a breathtaking view of what we're about to do. Have you ever just sat and thought about time? I think about it all the time. I think it's all in my mind. This is a stolen moment. I took it from borrowed time. I spit in the face of the clock and I stopped to rhyme. This is a strange relapse of sorts, a quick retort to a long question. There's no question that this is question time. And the only question that's on my mind is, how did this come about? How did it come about like this? How the hell did I wind up with this open mic sign-up list inside of my fist? Sometimes I find trying to do this and just trying to exist to be a trying mix. But still, I do it. See, I can't wait to perform this. This is that sort of twist of fate that I never did anticipate. A turning point pointing toward a turn in the road. And when heavy load turns to overload, I unload orally. I talk more to microphones than cell phones these days. I'm sorry for anything that I ever said or did wrong. But it's sort of tough to say the sort of stuff that tortures me today and then gets laughed at tomorrow, so I'll be back again tomorrow with even more to say and stay on course, because this course is the way, and this way is the course. Of course it's the way. The only way I know, the only way to go, the only way to grow. Standing and watching, scanning and plotting, what's beyond the edge? All seeds sprout, don't believe doubt. That so-called law of attraction is true. It could happen to you. All right. So I got like, a little more words. A lot of words, but I'll say them quickly. This one is called Wings. It's about the wings that I have and that I guess all of us have. If you, notice it, they're metaphorical, but also kind of literal. I got little hair on my back, so it's like wings. Whatever. I'm a poet, not a comedian. So yeah, this one's called Wings. Wings. I forgot wings. Let's do this one. It's called The Peddler. It's better. It was meant to be. This one is called The Peddler. It's about writing poetry while you're riding your bike. Does anyone do that? Yeah, I'm odd. Odd blue roses, Be yourself, even if it's odd. Okay, but anyways, fuck, man. So I used to ride my bike a lot and write poetry while I was riding. And then I wrote a poem about that, and that's also how I wrote it. I wrote The Peddler on my bike. It goes like this. I find pleasure in the simple pleasures in life, like writing and riding my bike, and sometimes at the same time. Best of both worlds when I ride and I write, especially at the same time. You see, I'm a peddler, and I used to be a peddler in Times Square. I used to pedal in the square, but now I pedal in circles on my bicycle on my way to going somewhere. Writing and riding, way out there. A peddler on the pedals of my bike, pedaling over the rose petals of life. Stop and smell the roses. A peddler in more ways than one. And now the wheels are really turning in more ways than one. And that's what I'm pedaling for, pedaling far, pedaling fast, by far the fastest way to creatively think. It's like mental and physical link into the ink. Living life on a bike is like living life in perpetual motion with the motion of all 7 oceans until I get a flat hole in the inner tube interlude. Switch, change the subject. Switch, change gears. Switch, change lanes. It all came from a strange brain. Marker in my hand, no hands on the brakes. Notebook in my hand, no hands on